What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another video, and today we got Lego Transformers Dark of the Moon Dino here. So let's just get straight into it. So we can look up front here. Got like the grill bit, and you got the lawn headlights. I tried making the grill shape work, and like the headlights and all that, but it just became really difficult over time. And you'll notice the car shape is really weird. Yeah, I tried just cramming in lots of detail as much as I could while still making the transformation work. It is my first card bot, so some things came out pretty rough. Yeah, I think everything, aside that, like, everything looks like it's on the right place. Wheels could probably be a little further forward. And there's a gap right here, but everything I did just looked really weird and I didn't like it. Back here, I didn't have this in a plate, in a regular plate, so I had to use that. You got the back windshield here with its very gradual slope and a very slanted slope here. Windshield, you can see a little bit of hinges exposed. I think overall, though, it cleaned up pretty well. Now, he is a 458. Kinda looks like a 458. It's weird. It's so... For some comparisons here, here's the Studio Series Dino, and it looks way closer to the 458. So if we actually take a look at the two, these wheels are way too small. Although the cars, they're about the same size. If I zoom out a little bit, the cars are about the same size. I mean, this one's a lot taller. But yeah, it's hard working in Lego sometimes. So yeah. Now for a few other comparisons, here is Jazz. As you can see, he is significantly bigger. And for our Voyager comparison, Inferno. This will make a little more sense later on. And finally, here he is with a random minifigure. So he's a little too tall, but everything else matches up. Okay, so if I take this out, now 1 foot equals 1 Lego stud in Lego dimensions. This car is about 13 and a half feet long, and it actually, like from the back here till about this part, it's almost spot on. It's a little longer than it should be, and it's 6 feet wide, which once again, a little more 7, but like, you know, I think they did a pretty good job. So it's supposed to be 4 feet tall, but just from this alone, you can tell it's more than 4 feet tall. So yeah, anyways, let's get down to transformation for this guy. Okay, so to start off with, you're gonna want to come to the back here. Just start by peeling apart the back windshield, just to get that all come apart. So we're gonna take these bits, rotate them up and around. You kind of want those to sit right there. And you'll have this single arm right here. What you're going to do is take the front of the car and just split it in half. You want to get this whole section past this. Then you want to come to this ball joint right here. Oh. And without breaking it, you want to just rotate the whole thing in half. Just like that. Okay, let's work on the legs for now. So, let's just rest that right there. You're going to come to this leg, bring it down, and bring the foot down. Rotate the foot around, and then rotate the whole shin around. And that's it for a leg. And same for this side. And then just going to bring the legs down. Flare these out a little bit just for some little more dynamic look. Now if there wasn't the other half of the guy dangling there, this would hold up a lot better. Yeah, that's the entire lower body. So now let's get on to the hard part, the upper body. So if we come to the back here, you're going to see a lot of things, the arms and all sorts of stuff. So you're going to start by just grabbing the back of the head, pulling it down, rotating it, then you want to just compress it. The head's going to rest right there. So now we're gonna come back here. Just gonna pull this windshield down and just kind of try to rotate it out of the way. Just like that. And same for this side. Try not to dislodge it from its clip. Okay. So next thing you're gonna do is just bring up the arms. So you're gonna flip that around. Then you're gonna rotate it around on this clip. And we're gonna do the same for the other side here. So just rotate it up, then rotate it around. Okay. Then you want to bring down the wheels and these little clips. Just fold everything down like that. Just move all the stuff out of the way. Oh. Okay, so now here comes the hard part. We gotta pull, let's see if I can. You have to pull this little portion right here over this piece on this ball joint. So you kind of have to like pull it up and then kind of maneuver the arm around it. Just like so. You also might need to push this clip outwards a little bit just to get a little more clearance. So just bring the arm all the way down and just move this into place. We'll fix the arms up later. Oh, seems I've knocked out a piece. Okay, so we're gonna do the same thing for this side. You're just gonna wanna not rip it apart. Bring it up, push this piece back. You kind of need to move like a lot of hinges at once, which makes this a little bit tricky. But in the end, it should come up to the middle to look like that, and I think that looks pretty good. So you're going to come to the door wings here. Wow, that wonderful noise. Okay, so you want to come to the door wings and just kind of position them like this. Okay, so let's get the two halves connected. So you want to come to the lower body, make sure these are out of the way. You're going to want to pull this back. And then you're going to pull out these hinges. Now these little bars here are going to slot into these bits right here. So this is a little bit tricky. So you need to get this lined up practically straight. Then this whole section bends back. This one collapses in after it. So what you're going to do is this little hole and that little bar, they're just going to go right together. See if I can angle it that. So that's just going to slide in right there. And then same for this side. Just going to line that up. And then just slide it in. There you go. Bring the waist back down. Now to the back here, you want to make sure these are flush against the back. And these are just going to kind of sit there. For the door wings, you just kind of want to position them like so. It's a little bit tricky. Okay, now we're on to the final bit. So for the arms here, you're just going to rotate them like this. And this little T-bar, that little end, you're going to want back there. Then you're going to hold it and rotate this whole forearm around. Then you want to compress that, just like that, and that's one arm all done. Now back here there is a clip joint with a ball joint thing. So you're just going to push that back a little bit and just slide that in. And there's a lot of joints there to work with. His shoulders are a little bit awkward because they are on this angle. So if we come over to this side as well, do the same thing, just slide that in. Pull back the T-bar. And then there we go. Just make sure everything's still in place. Now he doesn't have heels, so it's a little bit annoying to pose sometimes. But generally he stands pretty good. And there's Dino in his robot mode, and I think it came out really nicely. So if I just come in here, you can see we got the pecs, and unlike Studio Series toys, they're actually proper pieces. Like They come from the front of the car. Arms, I think, have a good amount of detail. Got a little like gray bit going down the middle. A little large though. If we come to the back, it cleans up really nicely. There's just these bits right here that are hanging off. The rest of it's very streamlined. Door wings look a little awkward. They should be a little lower, but I think it's okay. Then for the legs, you can see the wheels right there. A little bit of detail on the torso. Got the little like gap right there. Knees and his feet. They kind of have that flared out toe look, but it's hard to accomplish at this scale. But of course, this is not how we remember Dino. So if you notice, there's these little pegs in the back of his arm. We're bringing in one of his accessories, his blades. That just slides on right there. And there we go. He's got his arm blades. Yeah, the second one, of course. There we go. So there we go. Now we got the full look. And they're properly sized, and I couldn't get them into the vehicle mode because I didn't want small blades. I wanted big ones. I wanted them to look good. But anyways, let's get into articulation. So his head here can look left and right a little bit, up and down if you move these a little more out of the way. Door wings have lots of posability. You have an up and down joint here at the arm, a swivel right here, a ball joint at the very end. Nothing breaks off. And then we've also got a bicep rotation. And about a 90-degree elbow bend, although it can get deeper if you go to parts with less clutter. He's also got that, or ab crunch, I don't know. If you move this out of the way, legs can kick pretty far forward. And backwards, a pretty easy amount of movement still. And if you move this arm, you got about that far out till things get in the way. You also got a knee bend, and because it's on a ball joint, you also got swivel. You also got ankle pivots and tiltage, because once again, they're on ball joints. Oh. There you go. It's pretty posable. The only area I wish I got more in is the head, but even then it was hard to get into the transformation. So anyways, for comparison, here is his deluxe counterpart. As you can see, there is a stark height difference. Now sadly, I wasn't able to get these little things that Dino has around his head, the little, yeah, I don't know what to call those. It just didn't really fit anywhere nicely. Sadly, I really wish I could have. I might change it coming up next year. We'll see. Here he is with Jazz. You can see they're about head and head. Inferno, so as you can see, it's a decent height. And just for my other movie toy comparison, Rampage. And as you can see, Rampage is significantly bigger and heavier. And finally, a minifigure. It's very small. Now if we actually bring in a little scale thing right here. Dino here is supposed to be about 17 feet tall. I gathered that because Bumblebee's 17 feet tall. CGI models are the exact same height. So if we come over here. From the head down, he is exactly 17 feet. It works. It's so nice. Well, so this Dino is minifigure scale. So, yeah, I think it works out very well. But anyways, that's going to be it. So I hope you did enjoy this video. Subscribe. I've got lots of good stuff coming in soon. So, hope to see you all soon.